Hey guys, welcome to my new updated Wells Fargo video. This is long overdue, but I promised that I would make it. Again, I apologize for the birds. They're still in the room with me. And Wu likes to sing, so I apologize if she starts singing throughout the video, but my birds are very happy right now, as are we. I have had a lot of ups and downs this past year or two. I am no longer living with a grotesque landlord. We've moved a handful of times over the course of the last 3 years, which have been an absolute miserable experience. And some of you may have already gone through something like that. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. That's all I can do right now is I can breathe. I can breathe. That is something that I was never able to do when I fought with Wells Fargo. When I was going through all the avenues of trying to win. That's the only thing that ever went through my mind was, I have to beat them. I have to win. And I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep. I lost weight. I was in a horrible, horrible mood all the time. I took it out on my friends. I took it out on my husband. That bank proved to be basically the death of me. And I turned around one day after the fight was over. I went even to the fact that I went to the senator of New Jersey, Senator Menendez, because he stopped at my work. He did some kind of speech and I reached out to them. They swore they'd help. We'd help, we're gonna help you, we're gonna help you win, we're gonna get your house back. Nope. It was no different than any other avenue I had already pursued. So it got to the point where I said, that's it, it's over. It's over. And I have to tell everyone who is still going through this fight of the battle of keeping your house, you cannot fathom the thought of losing. You can't. You can't fathom the words, it's over. It's over. How could it be over? How could something that corrupt win? And you walk away. You end up having nothing left to give and you walk away. You walk away and you just have to... I did not know my life. I did not know my life without the battle for almost 10 years. I said to my husband, if I don't wake up every morning fighting for the house, which I've been doing for the last 2 years, I don't know what life is anymore. How many of you can say that? You don't know what life is anymore unless you're battling for your house. This is what you are, morning, noon, and night. In your sleep, you're waking up, and this is what's on your mind. Well, once it's finally over, and you finally accept that it's over, that's it. You have to focus on something else. And I did. I focused on getting a new house, and I did. And if I can, you can. And that is how my life turned around. I went from the deepest, darkest depression and the pain and the suffering and the anguish and the 700 pages and what avenue can I take and who can I tell and social media. This is the whirlwind in your mind to just shut it off. Shut that off. Shut it off. How? It's hard, but you redirect your focus. And I did. And I said, well, you know what? I have been out of this foreclosure since 2014. The attorney had said, it came off your credit report right away. You could go and buy a house. I was way too jaded. And I didn't want to give up my house. The battle, but I had to. And I figured, you know what, now is the battle for starting my life over, becoming positive, and buy in a new house. And we did just that. We decided, let's really get out of New Jersey. I called a mortgage broker, and it's funny because when I talked to the mortgage broker, he said to me, let me run your credit. He came back, he says, yeah, you're good. We want to do a K-VERS report, and that came back fine. Nobody could find anything on us, like we never even owned a home. How effed up is that? Wells Fargo made us go away so much, they made it look like we never owned a home. It was kind of hard to believe, but it happened. And in a way, it was good, but it was bad. It did haunt us because when we came to closing, they needed to see everything. They said, well, because we're not seeing it in your history, we need to see everything. And I had to relive that again. But I ended up buying a new house because the mortgage broker, he had said, I am not surprised to hear what you went through. I used to work for Wells Fargo. I was an underwriter. He goes, I saw what they were capable of. I saw what they were doing. And you are not alone. And I said, oh no, I know I'm not alone. Being with, talking with all these people off of YouTube and Facebook, I know I'm far from alone. But he says, yeah, go buy another house. You can do it. So the realtor and the mortgage broker said, in New Jersey, your purchase price is being eaten up by your property taxes. He goes, with $10,000 a year, you're not gonna buy much. So a friend of mine says, go look in Delaware. So we moved to Delaware. We're, in we're in a beautiful new development. Who saw this coming? We found a brand new development. We got with a great developer. We planned a new house, brand new house. Just closed on it in the middle of December of 17. It took like 9 months to build. We got new jobs down here. We started a new life. All because of Wells Fargo. In a way, they did me a favor. They got me out from under the pain and suffering of the expensive New Jersey and allowed me to start over in a much, much cheaper state. We have a lot more money now, and we're not making more money now. We just have a lot more because of we escaped the corruption. So we had a brand new house built. We got a government-backed loan, a USDA loan. Almost anybody can get one of these. And if I can do it just out of a foreclosure, oh my God, you guys can do it. This is an inspirational video. This is a big middle finger to Wells Fargo that says, hey, you know what? You stole my house. You stole a lot of me. But you didn't take my life. You didn't take my soul. I gave a lot, but you know what? You won. You won that. You won that. But did they really, win? They won a house. They won a tangible item, but they can't take your life, and they can't take your enthusiasm over life to turn things around. That's what I'm here to tell you guys today. I lost the battle, and the majority of you will too. And I really don't want to be the Debbie Downer with this. I hate saying that. I really do. And there's a very small percentage that will win. You will win. Some of you, a very small percentage. But keep in mind, Wells Fargo has their hooks very, very embedded in the court system. Meaning that you might think you're walking in and the judge will side with you, because how could he side with anyone else? And just with a wink and a smile towards the prosecutors, you lose. And you lose hard, and it hurts. And I can't stress that enough about the pain that it causes. But the majority of you will lose, and not because you're bad at the game, not because you don't, because you're a scumbag or anything like that. It's nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and the pull that they have. There is no justice in the justice system. Many of you found that. But those of you who are ready just to say, I've fought the battle, I've fought so hard, I can't do it anymore. Don't. You know what? Life is short, and they're not worth it. They're not worth it. You can go buy another house right now. Do it. Do it. I got a USDA loan, 4%. Non-shyster loan. I had a shyster loan before, an 80-20, a bullshit loan. Don't do it. Don't try to modify it, because you know what? When they say, oh yeah, we're going to modify, they're going to throw you in something that is a shit ton worse. And in the end, you're back up where you were again. Start over. Start over, start over. I'm in a brand new house. Brand new house. You don't have to go buy a brand new house, but you can go buy a house, and you can love it just as much as you loved your current house that you're fighting for. All I can stress is begin to embrace life. Try to turn it around. It gets better. And for anybody who has not seen my first video, you'll see the link. You'll see the link within that to read my horror story of my lawsuit. They were brought up on 6 different charges, and the judge threw all 6 charges out. How? Because money talks, and we don't prosecute our friends. So you are not the friend. You are not what is fueling the court system. You need to fuel yourself, though. You need to fuel your future. You can do this. I did it. It was extremely hard to brush that off and stand up and be positive again. You can do it. Put your money into a new house. The USDA loan is 0% down. As long as you're in a rural area, that's what the USDA really focuses on. If you have 3% down, put the 3% down. Then you can get a regular FHA. But you know, anything like that, you got to be out for X amount of years. But regardless, I'm in a government-backed loan. I'm happy. And I was told Delaware does not do business with Wells Fargo because of their shystery business practice. So, get a whole new everything. Start over, start over. It's time. It's time. And if it's not time, keep fighting. Keep fighting. If you feel like, you know what, you got one step further and it's in a different circuit and this is looking very promising, go for it. Try to stick it to them. My God, I love to hear success stories. My God, I love to hear them. Unfortunately, I hear a lot more stories like mine. But if you guys have any questions, any input, you want to share your story, message me. You can leave a comment below. You can private message me off of my Wix site that sends you to read the court details. But hang in there. I want to tell you, hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. It gets better. Even if you lose, it gets better. So, good luck, everybody.